Track limits, mate, track limits. Hello one and all, welcome to Seeing Through Glass. Welcome to what's going to be a very good day. It's the British Grand Prix, and Pirelli have not only invited me to join them in the paddock and in their motorhome, they've also helped to arrange for me to drive to Silverstone in this, an Aston Martin Vantage F1 Edition. But when I get to Silverstone, they're going to put me in another Vantage and send me out on track with an F1 driver as part of the Pirelli Hot Laps experience. Like I said, it's going to be a good day. So a quick reminder, the Vantage F1 Edition is basically a road legal F1 safety car. But in my mind, it's also the closest I think we're ever going to get to seeing a Vantage GT3 or Pista variant. Okay, it's not stripped out, super lightweight, track focused, but it is dialed in. One of these sort of primary objectives for the Vantage F1 Edition was to set a fairly competitive lap time around the Nürburgring. So how did they go about trying to achieve that? Well, firstly, and I guess most noticeably, aero. We can't really avoid this big old rear wing, which I have to admit I'm not a huge fan of. It is bigger than I realised. First time I saw this in the flesh, I was like, wow, fair play, that's probably actually doing something. Round the front, we get these little canards down here, which I do think make the car look a little bit more aggressive. All of these aero components add around 200 kilos of downforce to this car. Are you going to notice that on the road? No, but on track, you probably would. We've also got this sort of updated facelifted front grille. The engine got a bit of a tweak, around 20-25 horsepower over a standard Vantage, but the same amount of torque. Most of the work has been done to the suspension. This car, well, the standard Vantage suspension has been overhauled for this car, making it flatter and just more dialed in the corners. Also new 21-inch wheels, obviously wearing Pirelli P0s. Then this car has the optional carbon ceramic brakes. Inside, not a lot changes. This is actually pretty similar to a standard Vantage, except a few F1 Edition badges. That does mean some elements are now starting to feel a little bit tired. The infotainment system especially does feel a bit old now. If you're an Aston Martin lover, you kind of come to expect old tech in the cars, and as an Aston Martin lover, it's very easy to look past elements like that. And actually, can we talk about that for a second? Because I've seen a few comments on Instagram today being like, oh, I'm surprised Aston Martin have lent you one of their cars, considering what you say about them on the podcast. Firstly, it's Tony that doesn't like Aston Martin. I have always loved Aston Martin, and especially loved Vantages. Pretty much every generation of Vantage. It's the DBX that I'm not a massive fan of, and the delays to the Valkyrie that I've questioned, but you cannot question my love for this brand or these cars. And the F1 Edition, on paper, right up my street. Well, the good news is, this thing is right up my street, off paper. Is that an expression? Maybe I've just made it one. But yeah, these new Vantages have always been such a laugh. This is just a more serious laugh. Before it was like, now it's like, ha 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 ha. I can drive around Formula 1 circuits and keep the fastest drivers in the world behind me. When they're not allowed to overtake the safety car, but let's look past that. Yeah, it definitely feels more accomplished, this car. It's been a while since I've driven the sort of standard Vantage in anger. I can't tell you how much better this thing is, but it definitely feels purposeful. It feels flat, which is what that sort of overhauled suspension was supposed to achieve. It feels like I can attack the corners kind of in more confidence. Old Vantage was, yes, a sports car, but still a nice little GT car. This is, oh my god, aggressive. that was a little bit of a traction loss over a bump, so let's ease off for a second, Sam. The thing is, though, whilst we are sort of more dialed in and we are essentially an F1 safety car, still an Aston, still lovely sort of leathers and Alcantaras and materials to touch. These flappy paddles are lovely. Whilst I said some of this interior is feeling a little bit tired, overall it's still a lovely, luxurious place to be, and I'm quite glad Aston haven't kind of lost that identity. It's why I don't think we'll ever see a proper thoroughbred GT3 or Pista-esque variant from them. It always has to still stay stylish. And this is as far away as you can get from that kind of cliched James Bond Aston Martin, but it still has an elegance to it. And what I like is people seem to appreciate this car everywhere I go. I don't know if they're Formula One fans and they're like, oh, isn't that the safety car? Or maybe they're just general people or car fans that go, oh, nice Aston. It's kind of like a proud to be British moment. So yes, I'm going to be very happy spending the weekend in this thing, bombing up and down to Silverstone, especially because as I am an F1 fan, I can look around and I can see all these F1 badges and I'm like, oh God, well, this is cool. You can have fun. You can be fast, and you can be elegant. And elegant, whilst you say no Lewis Hamilton, or more realistically these days, no Max Verstappen, you stay behind me. I'm important. Well, the incredibly exhilarating drive here has now come to a halt because I'm in standstill traffic and I have been for nearly an hour. Not so smooth arriving at Silverstone this year, but that's alright because I'm in a Vantage F1 Edition. Actually though, it's a bit awkward being in a Vantage F1 Edition in all this traffic because I think all of these people are assuming that Sebastian Vettel or Lance Stroll are in this car. They keep, creeping up and going, and I'm like, hi. I'm like, oh, just some bald guy. So, yeah, I feel bad for them. Don't feel bad for me, though, because I'm having a lovely time. In traffic, sure, but in a lovely car. And at some point, I hope, we're going to get into the circuit. Just not sure when. Now this is pretty cool and a fairly new feature. It's the Pirelli Hot Laps garage. I'm in the pit lane. I'm not going to say I'm by the pit lane, I'm in the pit lane. Traditionally, you'd only get this kind of access if you were with a team, and even then you'd kind of be at the back of the garage, maybe watching on TV and with some headphones on. But no, I mean, the cars are going to be 2 meters away from me in about 5 minutes time. It's pretty ridiculous. And then out the back are the cars that are going to be taking part in hot laps. I thought that was something cool. It wasn't, it was a rubbish truck, but he was giving it large, so good for him. Well, this is fairly outrageous. You find me on the start-finish line of Silverstone during the British Grand Prix weekend. Absolutely nuts. Made my way out here for the start of the Pirelli Hot Laps. The various cars are coming around. Now, many more cars than I realised, actually. I'm in car number 9, slot number 6, so I got a bit of time to enjoy the cars come past. But yeah, this is a pinch yourself moment. Okay, fine, it's not the grid, the start of the race on Sunday, but just being out on the start finish line during a Grand Prix weekend is mega. You've got cars flying around, and I mean, they take it seriously. Those are leaf blowers for the brakes. We've seen a couple of brakes come in hot, so these drivers aren't messing around. But yeah, this atmosphere, I mean, it must be incredible. You're Lewis Hamilton, Lando Norris, George Russell, in front of this crowd on this iconic track. I'm getting a bit emotional, I'm getting a bit caught up in it, but I love this sport and I love moments like this, so I'm very happy. Nico, hi, I'm Sam.
Nico.
Nice to meet you, man. Oh, thank you. Look at this, I got my seatbelt put on for me, that's pretty good. I have one goal for us today.
Really?
Not to get overtaken.
No, nobody here now. We're the fastest with the seat change.
Good, because I was like, come on, we've got to do one thing. And how sideways can we get? Are we allowed to get sideways?
Of course.
Oh my god! I should have been looking forward. Oh, okay, that was sideways real fast. Bloody hell.
Is that sideways
This is so
enough for you?
good. This is so good. Okay. Oh yeah. Much better than I was expecting. Wow. Okay. My neck is already gone.
Okay.
Mate, I mean, this is fun. This is fun. I was underestimating this experience. Oh. Did you forget to brake, or was that?
No,
oh
that's
my.
racing braking, high pressure, you know.
Whoa.
Curbs, baby.
Oh my god.
You need to wave. You need to wave to the people, huh?
Okay, waving.
They're like,
There we go.
they expect something here.
Oh yes. Oh mate, this is brilliant. There's a fun car on track, huh? This is so good. Oh, okay, I'm not even gonna. I'm gonna hold my breath here.
Race. Up, up, up. It's not flat. In the Formula 1, this is almost flat. 280.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'm struggling to breathe now, mate. Wow. Nice. Oh, this is brilliant. Oh, yes. Oh, dude, come on, brilliant. At one moment there, I thought, oh, maybe we're going to go around here. You are, this is too good. You know what you're doing, huh? Okay.
Bit off track.
Track limits, mate, track limits.
A little bit wide.
Oh, that was brilliant.
Did you hit the time screaming?
Look, and no one came past us, huh? That's even better.
So, my friend.
Wow. Buddy.
Bloody
thank you
hell.
very
Bloody
much.
hell.
Bloody. I feel like I want to go sit down. I need a whiskey. Well, I don't know, something. Thank you so much. That was awesome.
You're welcome.
I really appreciate it.
How was that?
My God. I said to him, can we go a bit sideways? We never were not sideways. Oh. I feel like I want to sit down somewhere. My gosh. He's not right in the head, that guy. He needs to be checked. I mean, brilliant. Bloody, that was right up there. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Nico Hulkenberg can drive, and the Vantage on track. I mean, so much fun. I don't think there's anything left of those tires. He was like, oh, it's basically the last lap, so let's go for it. I was like, yes, please. Genuinely couldn't hold my head up at one stage. Lunatic. And that's like the third or fourth passenger lap experience I've done with an F1 driver behind the wheel, and it's always next level. These guys, they have no brain cells. The only one cell they might have left is go fast. And it's so impressive. Anyway, now walking back along the pit lane, the party's going at Red Bull, which it always seems to be doing. And yeah, we're just continuing to enjoy ourselves.